Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Wife cheated with 2 women. Advice. So I have been on and off with my wife since 2015. We lived together for a few months in 2016 and again in 2017 and 2018. After she moved out in 2018, I thought that was the end of us. We were still seeing each other but not in a serious relationship. We got back together in October 2019. She moved back in January 2020, right before the pandemic. Everything was going well. I ended up proposing in December 2020. We applied for our marriage license in early January 2021 and got married in late February 2021 on her birthday. A week before getting married, we found out we were expecting. Baby was due in mid-October 2021 but arrived in early September 2021 at 33 weeks. Just thought I'd give a little background on our story. Fast forward to 3 days ago, I discovered that she was seeing someone while we were on and off in 2019. Can't blame her, we weren't really together. I found this by reviewing her Google Map timeline. We spoke about this Friday night, May 20th. Then yesterday morning she went through her Google Map timeline trying to edit where she was on October 2nd, 2020 while we were living together and trying to get pregnant. 2 months before I proposed. I stayed at my friend's house overnight because he lives almost 2 hours away. So she told me that night she was going to have dinner with her friend. I thought it was odd that before she went out to dinner she got our dogs chicken nuggets and she ended up having spicy nuggets herself before going out to eat. Once I reviewed the timeline, I discovered she wasn't where she said she was. She was at a house instead of the restaurant. She was out for 4 hours and stopped replying for 2 of those hours. She usually uploads pictures on social media when she goes out with friends. This time she didn't. So I thought it was odd. At that moment back in 2020, I didn't think much of it. But now, given that she went through the effort to update her timeline so I wouldn't notice. But given her actions, I thought I should dig further. She kept insisting that's where she left her car parked and that she went to the restaurant. Bad news for her, you can edit the timeline but the location stays on the map. So after asking her for honesty the whole day, she kept insisting she was at the restaurant and that I was looking for an excuse to dump her. She finally admits that her friend asked her to meet her at that address and that when she got there, her friend asked her if she wanted to be in a threesome with her and another woman. She agreed and went inside. The other woman kissed her. They drank and kissed. She said the 2 women asked her to record and then she said this is when she lost herself and lost track of time. She said the 2 women were having sex. That they kissed her and that her friend fingered her while she was recording them. She said her only participation in the video was her action of recording them. To me this doesn't not add up. The story feels incomplete. Oh, by the way, when I brought up she was lying, she called her friend to confirm they were at the restaurant. I feel like there's more to this story. I don't know what to do. I feel like I cannot trust her. We cannot move forward with trust and at this moment I do not trust her. I feel more hurt about her continuous effort yesterday to deny everything and even involving her friend when this was a fight between me and her. Advice. Do you really believe this BS? Wake up, man. I don't. I feel like she's partially telling the truth but is hiding other parts. DNA test the baby. Saddest, but most helpful advice right here. DNA test the baby. Seriously, X100000 bet it was a male and 2 female threesome. And you're probably the backup plan when she found out she was pregnant. Do you accept this cheating? She has admitted that much, if you believe the female story. Perhaps a step back and look at the whole picture will give you better insight. Best of luck, op. The all-girl angle was probably to soften the blow. Trickle truth time. Step back, typo. She lied to you every single time when you found something, So why should you think that she isn't also lying now? But for now, leave that all out and focus on what you know, because that is more than enough. She betrayed you, lied to you, and never wanted to come clean, even stayed in close contact with her lover. So what more do you need to know? Would it be better or worse if you find out more, or would the result be the same? What you are trying to find out is not if she cheated on you, if she betrayed you, or if she lied to you. Because you already know that she did all that. So what is it that you want to find out? Why do you want to find it out, and what difference would it make if she was further involved in the threesome or not? You know all you need to know to make an informed decision. Don't be afraid to make the decision now. Please also go to a doctor and get tested for STDs. The really sketchy part is how quickly she agreed to the threesome. So she lies to you so that she can go to a location she doesn't want you to know about with a cover story prepared. When she gets there, she, a married straight woman who has a child, is offered an unexpected threesome with 2 other women before she even gets inside, and she agrees with no hesitation. Only the wildest of wildcats would agree to this with no prior knowledge. And if she didn't know that she was going to be doing anything other than visiting the friend, then why the need for deception? Filming to any level of seriousness takes a level of organization to be of even the poorest quality. If it was just done on her phone on the fly, then she should be able to hand it over straight away. She then claims that there is a recording. Everyone's behavior makes sense to themselves. Why record? This sounds like she was invited to do porn/OnlyFans and didn't want you to know. When she got there, she was told what the scene would be. She knew why she was going, hence the lies. She just didn't know exactly what was to be filmed until she got there. This is also why she didn't run a mile when the proposal was first made, and again when the camera came out. What she described doing is massively outside most people's comfort zone, so this reader wonders why she didn't act as most people would in that circumstance. She claims that there is a recording. Ask to see the unedited footage. Not only are you interested to see if the story is true, but there is a difference between people actually having sex and acting up for the camera. You want the unedited footage to see what else is happening, if anyone else is present, and if it's directed, etc. Find out about the property she visited. Who lives there? Her friend? A man? If no one and it's a rental, well, the house is potentially the key. It could also be that virtually nothing she has told you is true. That's the problem with lies. Where do they stop? This is the best explanation. There is a great deal that she is hiding from you. We talk of trickle truth, this is the iceberg truth. 90% still not revealed. Update. Her story changed again. She had mentioned 10 days before this happened that she met a photographer at a club she was with. She said he wanted to do professional photos for free and that I could come. So her story changed again, saying it was her friend, the other girl, and the photographer. She finally admitted that the third girl wasn't there and that it was her friend and the photographer. So she recorded them ducking. She then denied she ducked the photographer, but then admitted to it. I asked if they used protection and she said yes. I don't know. I feel like her friend wasn't there at all and it was just her and the photographer. Wow, serial liar and cheater. DNA test my man. And the friend wasn't there. It was just her and the photographer. Jesus. Oh boy. You need to end this, move on, heal, and start a new life. There might be more occasions. As if it wasn't bad enough. I'm so sorry, dude, you deserve better and can find better. Please do a DNA test. And I bet that this is not even the end of the story. Stay prepared for more lies to come. From all you wrote, it sounds like she lied to you more than she told you the truth, at least when it comes to times where she is somewhere without you. Further proof that she needs to go. And I'm betting there's still a lot more she's still keeping from you. There's nothing to save here, dude. Only yourself. There is still more to come. Would not surprise me if she has shot multiple porn vids. When I posted earlier, I expected it to be something like this. It's true that you don't have all the information yet, and this is just another trickle truth, but you now have enough to base a decision off. She has admitted to sex with another and used deception to achieve it. She is, of course, still lying. If this visit was above board and you were invited, then why didn't she invite you? Why did she have to make up a story to cover her whereabouts? Conclusion: she knew that she was going to do something wrong and didn't want you vetoing it. The fake photographer routine is an old pickup artist technique. However, your wife either saw through it or just didn't care. Maybe he promised her a few raunchy photos that she could give you for your birthday as a surprise. The friend, whether there or not, is in on it, as she would have been there for the initial proposal and would have been hungry for updates. Notice that she's making the friend out to be driving this. She went first and was already there. Again, nope. It makes more sense for your wayward to pick up/be picked up and arrive with her friend. The friend may well have been there to make sure that your wayward's boundaries were respected, that this guy was above board, and maybe for the thrill herself. Notice though, it's about what your wayward finds acceptable. She knew that this would be well beyond what you would tolerate. There will be details that change over time: how long she had known the photographer, the relationship between the friend and photographer, the number of people present, which woman was filmed first, how much she knew ahead of time, etc. But none of this really matters. It's just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. One that might matter is the number of times she has done something like this. It's a pretty brazen way to cheat as a first attempt. Her manipulation of the Google Maps data shows a level of experience not normally found, and this reader wonders if she has done something like this before? She or her friend either have access to the recording or have been well compensated for performing in it. No one makes a porno just for the benefit of basically a total stranger free of charge. She just doesn't want you to have it because of what you will see and what you will potentially do with it. Again, everyone's behavior makes sense to themselves. That said, the pickup artist's scheme is to use the photo shoot to gradually increase the likelihood of sex. They start off with a few drinks and are social, take a few photos and are highly complimentary, and gradually increase the candidness of the photos until the video starts rolling. It's a planned technique that works through making the wayward feel safe and excited to do something rebellious. Just a thought: with clubbing and porn, drugs are never very far away. Take some legal advice. If exposure doesn't hurt your divorce or you intend to reconcile, then strongly consider exposing the friend to her so he deserves to know, and between the women scrambling to save their relationships, then the truth will come out as they try to throw each other under the bus. I'm going to be blunt. For your own good. Get her out of your life. For good. Enough of this back and forth. She's pure toxicity. No trust, honesty, love, nor respect for you, bud. It doesn't even seem like you had any marriage with her. She was never yours, my friend. Just another carousel free of charge to all but you. She literally put your health in danger each time she came back to you. You should be livid. DNA test your kid. Get yourself tested for any and all STDs. Start separating and securing your finances. Start looking into those lawyers. You need to get this ball rolling. Do not be her white knight. Armor up, dude. The battle begins now. Good luck to you. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.